I much prefer to focus on positives rather than negatives. However, with that being said, in today's video, I want to talk to you about people with small, I don't mean small minds as in the dumb, I'm not being offensive to people, but people with small minds or closed minds, people who are not open-minded, or people who just enjoy being negative or pooing on the parade, or however you want to call it. But sometimes if you tell another individual, whether it be a stranger, a friend, or a family member, your dream, your goal, what you want to achieve, sometimes they can take a giant crap all over it, not believe in you, and make you feel like what you have just said is ridiculous or not possible for you to achieve. And sometimes they do that because they genuinely want to hurt your feelings, or they're just an evil person. Not always. In fact, that's rarely the case. Most of the time, they say the things that they say that might come across offensive to you because they deep down genuinely don't believe that they can do it. And if they don't believe that they can do it, they certainly don't believe that you can do it. For example, if you tell maybe a grandparent or a parent that you want to be a multimillionaire and start a business, just as an example, it could be anything. They know that they never did that when they grew up, so they think that that is totally out of the realm of possibility. They know that they were not capable of it. They know that they were not able to achieve it. So they just assume that you're going to have a similar life path to them, you're going to have similar life experiences to them, and that you won't do that thing. So they're not necessarily being mean, they're not necessarily trying to be a dick, but it can come across that way when you're so enthusiastic about something. And not only friends, family, enemies, or other people, but even yourself, even your own magnificent mind can sometimes have uncontrollable thoughts that start thinking about why you cannot achieve or accomplish something that you have set out for yourself. And as soon as that happens, as soon as you hear someone say something negative about you trying to achieve your goal, or as soon as you yourself notice that your own brain is starting to say something negative about that goal, or that it's not possible for you to achieve, you need to shut that shit down immediately. You need to tell that voice in your head to go to the fiery depths of hell. If you're talking to a person, obviously you don't need to be rude, you don't need to say stop speaking or whatever, but you just need to totally ignore what they are saying, because never ever think about why you cannot do something. It is a total waste of time, and it is a total killer of passion. That fire inside that you've got about this goal, as soon as you start considering why it's impossible, why you cannot do it, it starts to kill that fire inside. You start to lose ambition, you start to lose faith and hope and drive and everything that you need to actually achieve the goal. Only permit yourself, only permit your mind to think about why you can do it. Only think of why you can. Only think of how you can. Only think of the most efficient way to get from where you are now to where you want to be. If you only allow yourself to think of how you can do it, you will get there without a shadow of a doubt. If you just turn all of that negativity away, if you just block it out of your mind like a horse with blinders, totally get rid of it. Only focus and think of why you can. If you only think about why you can, then eventually you will accomplish, because you will have found out the way. And if you only think about why you can, you will find the most efficient way, if it's all that occupies your mind. But if you start thinking about why you can't, it starts making the probability of success smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller, until you've got more ideas of why you're not able to achieve it than ideas of why you can. So never ever allow anybody to manipulate your mind into thinking that failure is a possibility. Success is the only probability if you only focus on how you can accomplish something. If you want to get into shape, you know that the information out there on how to do that is available. And you know that you are able to follow that advice and information until completion. That is a fact. There is nothing stopping you from doing that. You are not a unique individual in the sense that your body is made of some entirely different composition to the rest of humanity. If you want money, if you want to be a millionaire, if you want your own business, guess what? There are millions of successful businessmen out there, which is the only proof that you need to know that it's possible for you to also have the same, because there is absolutely zero difference between you and a successful businessman. You can think the same way that they can. You can do the same actions that they do. You can achieve the same that they have, because they're just human beings. They're only human beings. They're not unicorns. They are human beings. You are a human being. They are a human being. Anything that they are capable of, you are also equally as capable of, if not more. So never ever allow yourself to think, or never ever listen to other people who say negative things that go against your goal. Only permit yourself to think of why you can, and totally eradicate and ignore any suggestion that it is an impossibility, because it is false. You can achieve it. If people don't believe in themselves, they will push that onto you. They're not doing it out of malice, but they just believe that they can't do it. Well, guess what? Me and you, people like me and you, believe that we can do it. And not only do we believe that we can do it, it's absolutely 100% going to happen. And with that being said, my friends, I'll catch you on in the next video.